am here today with a timeless reading about your next 5 days. So, what should you know about the next 5 days? What could be happening? Let's find out. So, we have 4 groups to choose from. So, we have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. I want you to intuitively connect to these cards, see which one is really calling to you, and you can find the timestamps down below, so you can start your reading, your particular reading, and pile. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you all so much for your support, your kindness, your love, your understanding. I know I've been a little bit not as active as usual, but I'm feeling a lot better now, and things have been improving, so I'm excited to be here and do this reading. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I love doing these type of readings, so hopefully you guys enjoy it too. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, my friends. So you've chosen group number 1, your next 5 days. We have got, I think many of you can see, the Ten of Swords here and the Scorpio card. Now, okay, so I intended these cards to kind of show the overall energy of the next 5 days from the time you watch this. So of course you know that this is very, very transformative energy. I could see a lot of you doing some deep psychological transformation in this next 5 days. I can also tell you that for some of you, Scorpio rules the lower, kind of more private areas of our body. So for those of you that have maybe like IBS or something, you might notice like a flare-up. Actually, for others of you, maybe, you know, also the genital area and stuff like that sometimes can get a little bit more irritated or something like that, because we have that Ten of Swords. I know it's kind of like a weird thing to say, but it may be actually true for some of you. So maybe preventative measures, if you have certain medicine or something like that, or watching your diet a little bit not to irritate those areas, might be encouraged for a few of you. But I do see like some sort of energy surrounding you of feeling as slightly defeated, maybe. I don't know if something difficult has happened recently in your life. But what I love about this particular card is that you see that rainbow starting to form. And it's there, it's faint. But I think that for some of you might start to see some sort of hope or in a difficult situation. The Ten of Swords can mean also that your back hurts, or, you know what I mean, there could be pain levels that are a little bit higher than usual as well. More physical annoyances. But let's see, what is happening for number 1, the group number 1? What is happening for them over the next week? What is happening for group number 1 over the next week? Okay, we've got the thief, or theft, sorry. And we've got meetings. Very interesting. Theft. You know, we have other people's resources with Scorpio as well. So I have to wonder if you might feel like somebody else in the next 5 days is sort of taking something from you. Now, it doesn't have to be literal money. It could be that they're weighing on you. Maybe someone's taking up too much rent in your head. As they say, they're living there rent-free and you shouldn't be paying them any attention. Watch out for that. You know what I mean? Like, watch out to make sure that you are not like subjecting yourself to worrying too much about a specific person or a specific issue, because I feel like you have a strong chance of letting that debilitate you. You know what I mean? Where you kind of get debilitated or in some way from it, psychologically or something, maybe more inner. And I wouldn't want that to stop you from any opportunities. I want to say that I do see meetings here, so I want to say that actually getting out with other people and talking to other people is going to be really nice for you. Like, that might be something that kind of takes your mind off of things as well, especially if you're going through any sort of negative worries or you're feeling a bit trapped in life at this time, okay? What is happening over the next 5 days? Oh my God, no way. We have dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. Wow, so there we go. We have that friendship perhaps coming in here. I would say that you definitely, I can see you meeting up with someone or having a really good conversation with a friend or something like that. And that's going to be, I think, very helpful for you. No way. Dogs getting together with friends. Did you see me? I'm shuffling these, okay? I'm shuffling these. I definitely see friendship on the horizon here for the next 5 days. So really dig into those friendship. Look to other people because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity there. especially, you know, because even with theft, it might be that you feel like someone took your money, like maybe you know, an overdraft happened that you didn't deserve. You know, there can be a lot of ways that this could play out. You know, it's a general reading, but it feels like there's something that's feels like it's taken from you in some way, or, and again, it might be your peace of mind over a certain situation. But I want to say that a lot of good energy comes through meeting with other people this in the next 5 days. So please be open to opportunities. We have that pleasure with a close friend. We have getting together with friends. So friendship is huge here. We also have romance, celebration, and party. So I love that because that really shows opportunities to have, you know, to engage in some sort of celebration. And perhaps romantic relationships as well. You know, if you have like a romantic relationship already and you have other worries on your mind, this could be about relying on that partner to sort of prop you up a little bit, to encourage you, and just spending time that way. We have a solid foundation and success with effort. So if you're feeling defeated or at a loss this week, you know, in this next 5 days, I mean, you know, business week or whatever, you know, type of, I guess that's what I'm saying, week. If you're feeling like at a loss in some area or blocked, please know that it's not nearly as bad as you think. I really feel like it isn't as hopeless as you might be thinking, that you're still solid. You still got it. Like, this isn't going to ruin you or destroy you. We also have you'll receive a gift. Beautiful. So you may be receiving a gift from somebody actually, and it could be like kind of a kind gesture towards you, that kind of energy. And we have that Scorpio as well. It could be other people's money. It could be somebody giving you some sort of gift of money as an example too. We also have Dolphin. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So yeah, wherever you feel, and I don't know if you're entering these 5 days feeling like maybe money's been bad or poor, or that you haven't felt as great, or again, maybe there's like a certain situation that's kind of eating up at you. I really feel like there's a lot of improvement to be had over these next 5 days. I feel like, again, friendship and meetings are very vital towards your success and towards you just feeling better in general. But I do see financial gain, gifts coming through, and feeling more solid. If you've been going through a difficult time, I want to say that these next 5 days kind of show you that the worst is over and the best is yet to come. And that's really a big vibe I'm getting here. Like, I really don't feel like this is a super, super, super oppressive energy. I feel like actually there's a lot of opportunity here and a lot of good stuff coming through. So please, like, you know, remember that as you're kind of navigating these next 5 days. And if you do feel any sort of negative energy pop through, know that good things are ahead. Okay, anything else for the next 5 days for group number 1? We have got passion, beetroot. Beautiful. Okay, so some of you might be more prone to beets. We have a Scorpio and Leo energy as well coming through, which are squaring energies, right? And so these two signs square each other. So it might mean that, yeah, sometimes you feel a little bit challenged. But what's interesting is that, you know, through, you know, relationships and stuff like that, that can be helped. Fun, romance, hobbies, you know, are all kind of associated with the passion. Okay, number 7, beetroot. Look at the core of what usually motivates you for direction and a lifting of any negative energies, because a focus on self-love and developing a better understanding is needed. Beetroot supports your heart chakra and will help show you that new projects, personal goals, and emotional healing are all in positive light with a chance of success. Challenges include family disagreements and getting stuck on the superficial. Again, there we go. We could have family disagreements, or, you know, more disagreements or difficulties in intimate relationships, perhaps a little bit here. But I feel like, again, refocus your energy to the people that, you know, are there for you. As an example, if you are finding that you have family disagreements, don't get stuck on superficial things. Know that, you know, it feels like there's some more depth here than meets the eye. So it might appear to be worse than it actually is. Certain things in your life or certain areas of your life is what I want to say. But yeah, it's like lifting up any negative energy. So again, that's the thing. The worst has already kind of happened. So I feel like whatever situation you're going through, it's like it's going to get better. It's going to improve is what I'm really feeling. Where is my little mini deck? Where are you hiding? little mini deck. Oh, it's totally under everything else. Okay, never mind. We will take a different deck. Anything else here for group number 1 for the next 5 days from the time that they watch this video? Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, and 10 of Coins. Well, we have that 10 of Coins and the Ace of Wands. Again, that solid foundation is showing up here with the 10 of Coins, showing that actually you're pretty solid, you're fine, you're fine on your own. If you feel like something really is stealing your joy or your happiness, please cut it out. I feel like there's certain things that maybe you're avoiding to address. It could be like a bad connection or in your life or a bad situation, but it feels like you'll have the energy and that renewal to sort of deal with it and face it head on. You know, sometimes Scorpio energy, the 8th house and stuff can kind of be like where we tuck things away. And sometimes it can be like the secrets that we keep and stuff like that, the taboos and the things that maybe we don't want to face because it's kind of hard. You know, because there are a lot of fears and intimacy that goes into that house and vulnerability. And so I feel like there are certain things that you can address and really move past this week as well. Do watch out for, of course, like sneaky people. Try to stay away from people that you know are no good. Seven of Swords, of course, can be about not avoiding what you need to be doing to kind of create your stability. So, you know, as much as possible, work on your goals and take that inspiration and run with it, you know, when you do have it. Because I think that there will be plenty of inspiring moments, like passion-filled moments, maybe where you want to start a project or, you know, do something fun for yourself. And I would encourage you greatly to do those things, you know what I mean, to engage in those things, because I think it will really lift up the energy as well. But yeah, finance is coming through. So I see some sort of financial things. Again, this might be a financial gift of some kind, but we also have gifts showing up as well. So I could see gifts coming through. Again, you're fine. I feel like maybe there's been a rough time here, but I feel like that transformative energy is here, and there's a lot of people that are there for you in this week, in this next 5 days from the time that you watch this. So rely on those people, look to them for, you know, if you need someone to talk to, you know, reach out to other people or take up those type of opportunities. But that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 1. I hope you have a beautiful next 5 days. Again, this is timeless. If you want to say thank you in the video, you can do that by leaving a little donation. It's up at the top where you can do favorites, likes, and all that stuff if you want to show appreciation that way. But I wish you the very, very best, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, if you've chosen group number 2 here, you have got the Knight of Pentacles and the Capricorn card. So this is going to be sort of the energy that you're coming into over the next 5 days, how you're kind of coming and facing this week, the overall energy. We'll pull more cards and find out some more, but let's start with these. So we have that Knight of Pentacles showing that there's a lot of focus on the earthly realm. So with Capricorn, I have to say that it seems like a lot of you are putting some effort towards certain goals this week. So I could see a lot of you working on current projects, maybe being very work focused or focusing on something that's going to bring you longevity, something that's going to bring you esteem in this world, as an example as well. I could see a lot of you writing books or, you know, working on projects, maybe making a lot of like, you know, social media content if you're like a creator of some kind, or, you know, I can see you working on more things in your work. So I feel like essentially I see a lot of go-getter energy towards career goals. This also could be, you know, Capricorn and its relation to the 10th house can show our reputation. So again, I want to say that your reputation looks pretty good, pretty solid. Feels like you're making all the right moves in terms of that in your life, okay? So for some of you, of course, Capricorn rules mountains and rocks. Some of you might be buying crystals or, you know, gemstones this week. Some of you might, and you might find that those are very helpful to you, actually, in this week. Mountain climbing, hiking, and such like that might be good energy for you, but yeah, as well. And then let me think of anything else I could think of. I think that's good. Yeah. So let's see what's happening next 5 days for those that chose group number 2. Okay, this is interesting because I was going to say that Capricorn, being the kind of the top of the chart, usually kind of has the highest perspective. And I was going to say that you might be seeing things from a higher perspective or looking more long term. And we have a change. And that fire balloon really shows me that you have a higher perspective. You're looking ahead. Okay, you're looking at goals, you're looking ahead, you've got good firm perspectives this week of what you want, and you might be really initiating and working on certain changes in your life. So whether that's, you know, envisioning yourself as like, you know, more fit or flexible, you could be really engaging in exercise and stuff like that. But it seems like you're really working towards goals. We also have rich, good gentleman as well showing up. So seems like there could be some sort of rich, good gentleman in your life this week. So this could be, again, maybe this is you sort of, look at how he's playing chess. He's quite smart. He's quite smart. And perhaps you're making some long-term moves this week. Actually, so in the next 5 days I could see you making some like long-term strategy moves. You might be really strategizing about how to get ahead as well. I feel that's really what this is about, strategy. It's like you're strategizing this week and really figuring out how to get where you want, and you're actually putting the moves in it. Like that's the thing. It's not just like thinking, dreaming, hoping, wishing, praying. It's like you're doing it, like you're getting shit done is what I feel. Beautiful. We got the torch here with spiritual development, victory. We've also got December. Now, as I record this, I take this as not December being necessarily important, but I think it really shows that you're looking towards the long term. Okay, right now I'm recording this in May, and December is quite far away. So I think long-term goals are on your mind. Again, this might be trips that you want to take, or I want a vacation in the autumn, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. But I really see a focus on those long-term goals. Oopsie. Sorry. And getting back to the basics. Okay, so this next 5 days could be full of basic activities. You might be really, engrossed in the everyday. Paying your bills and running errands and getting things done. You might be tackling things that you know you need to tackle in order to live a better life. Whether that's fixing your windshield or cleaning your car. I mean, I could see a lot of like basic things kind of taking up the next 5 days. You know, it's like you're getting stuff done. For some of you, that might be good news if you've been putting a lot of the basics off, right? And we have victory as well showing up here. So it's like you're focused on victory. You're achieving victories as well, is what I feel. And again, it's like, and it's also like long-term victory. Like, how can I keep creating victory in my life? How can I get to where I want to be? Yeah. We also have that torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Again, higher perspectives. A lot of you might actually have a very spiritually based insight. You might be receiving signs and synchronicities that tell you, hey, you're on the right path. Look out for those signs and synchronicities. When you receive a sign or synchronicity, think about what you were thinking about. What were you thinking about? What's currently going on in your life, as an example? You know, I was recently kind of arguing with my partner, and then I was driving that day, and I almost ran over 2 sets of birds. Like, they ran out in front of me. Like, 2 were quail, and then 2 doves, or whatever. And I was like, what in the heck? I never see 2 of them together like that. I mean, you see them together, I mean, out in the wild, but like running in front of my car. And it's like, how can I stop being, how could I take that as obviously it was some sort of sign? And I was like, well, this could be that, I have control, of my car, shouldn't go too fast, shouldn't make any fast decisions perhaps, you know what I mean? Because I could have hit them if I was going too fast, you know what I mean? Like, there are ways that we can kind of try to decipher these signs, especially if we think about what we're currently going through. So think about that. And I think that you're going to actually have these sorts of insights this week. We have advice from a friend, and staff, and I want one more. And we got 2 more. Okay. So we've got a little bit of an energy here. So someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone's against you. But you might get really good advice from a friend if there is something that's bringing you anxiety. I do feel like that there's some sort of advice coming through for you that you should definitely pay attention to. Okay, so a friend might have some sort of advice on how to deal with a certain situation as well. I want to see about this one. Let's check that out. Because that anxiety, that vulture, it's like kind of like a sweeping sort of energy where it's like ominous and it's like, you know, oh, they're going to just pick at my bones. And there's that wedge, so I'm a little bit, I want to find out what this is for group number 2. What is this wedge and vulture all about? What's it about? The majority watching. And what should be done? What should be done? Oh, moving away from it. Yeah, okay. What Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups, this could be something that strikes up a lot of emotional reaction in you. The Ace of Cups, although that can be the card of new romance and, you know, fresh beginnings and kind of like this nice sweet energy, it can also represent an overflow of emotion. And with the Queen of Wands here, it could show that you're very reactive, very like kind of mentally stimulated sometimes, and more emotional than usual. I would say ground yourself emotionally with these type of situations. If you do feel like someone's kind of coming between you, like maybe there's a certain energy in your life that's just kind of like, maybe it's a person, perhaps for I think a good portion of you. If you feel like that they're interfering in your life, as an example, the best thing to do would be to walk in the opposite direction, to kind of go along your path. If someone is a naysayer in your life and you feel like they just never have anything positive to say, this might be about just going ahead beyond them. Like, don't listen to them. Kind of be confident in yourself and do what you want to do. Don't worry that someone will dislike what you do or anything like that. Again, this is kind of specific, so maybe some people won't resonate with that, but I would just say any sort of energy of like people that are negative, that seem to kind of cause that wedge in your life, I would definitely turn your back toward that energy and just go ahead with your plans in general. And we have that Staff card. You will be taken care of in difficult times, so there's that assurance from Spirit that, you know, whatever you're undertaking, these long-term goals, these long-term energies, these prospects that you have, they're valid, they're real, they are coming toward you, you're going toward them, and not to allow any sort of interference, you know what I mean, to kind of get you down or stop you from your goals. That's one thing. Don't let somebody else's crappy attitude like interfere with any of your progress, okay? That's one thing I'm really feeling here as like an advice. And then let's get one final card here before we jump out of this reading. Next 5 days for this group. Okay, trust. So it's Basil, trust. It says, Basil will indicate energy surrounding trust and the workings of relationships. Consideration and putting more into gaining harmonious ground are required. And although this does not include romance, Basil is referencing any relationship or connection. Education and travel are all areas that are shining with positive vibes at the moment. But be aware of being in situations or relationships that you know are not good for you. Again, solidified information here. If you are finding yourself like feeling like a little bit negative towards a certain person, maybe sometimes it's just your own self just can't take it. That's okay to step away and kind of do your own thing on your own without involving them. Again, for some of you, this won't be necessarily a toxic thing. It might be that you just aren't feeling like, maybe you feel like you get distracted. I very much can be like the type of person who can talk to my, you know, kind of talk a lot, and then like I get distracted and then I don't get things done. So it could be that way for some of you as well. It might be that is, you know, or am I getting things done, or am I like kind of wasting my time doing other things that I shouldn't be doing? So again, for some of you, it might not be that negative energy. For some of you, it will be. I don't want to promise that. It will be like negative, but it might be like, you know, how can you kind of like, you know, smooth that out in your life as an example in a good way. But yeah, this is the energy we have for the next 5 days for you guys. I really hope this energy was interesting and this checkup was interesting. Like I said, it's timeless, so you know it can be valid at any time you feel drawn to it. And I wish you the very, very best. If you want to thank me for this video, you can do that above. I got my thanks turned on, so you can do little donations for the video if you want to. Just letting you guys know it's there if you want to. And of course, private readings are all done on Etsy at this current moment of the video. You can find all the links there. Don't fall for scammers in the comments, please, okay? Take care, and I will see you all in the next reading. Please subscribe and like, comment. I love it. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 3 here with the Virgo card and the World, this is your reading. So the next 5 days, we have, well, you coming into the energy and the overall energy being the World in Virgo. So the World, of course, can speak to conclusions, to cycles ending. So some of you might be kind of finishing up something this week. You might be reaching a goal or a conclusion. You might be looking towards goals and conclusions that you want to create in your life as well. Virgo, of course, rules quite a lot of things. It can talk a lot about you having focus on your health and your physical body, the health of your body, and that sort of thing as well. We can also see a focus on animals. Virgo can mean small pets, so we could have a lot of energy around small pets. Maybe there's, more interaction with pets. We also have craftsmanship ruled by Virgo, being a craftsman or something like that, or being kind of like having that sort of ability. So you might be finishing a project for some of you, like an actual project. It could be book related, it could be decorative, it could be really anything that sort of takes that sort of skill. So I could see some of you like, working on things that kind of create that. We also have with Virgo, of course, the everyday, the mundane, and hygiene and stuff like that. So of course this might be, seeing some sort of results from maybe some sort of effort you've been making. Maybe you start to notice those vitamins kicking in, or again, maybe you're starting some sort of new vitamin regime as well. Okay, but again, I think Virgo really shows that you're part of the life. You know what I mean? You're just kind of going day by day and getting things done and kind of living that way, as well. So yeah, I think this is a good energy. We could also be, for some of you, I could see maybe a final grade coming in, or some sort of, Virgo sometimes can talk about like criticism. So we might have like that sort of energy, like where you're getting critiqued in some way over something you finished as well. Okay, so I could see that coming through. Let's see what else is coming through for you guys. So we have Court. What else is coming through for group number 3 over the next 5 days from the time that they watch this video? Oh, we have Success in Love. Beautiful. So I think that we could say that the love life seems to be good here for a lot of you. I am more inclined to say that you'll be more successful through love too. So it could mean that romantic interest, crushes, partners, any sort of like romantic connection could bring more success into your life, or should feel more smoother. So maybe, it's like a high, you feel good about this type of thing. So even if you're single, it might feel that you might feel more hopeful towards love. It might be a week or 5 days that you feel like things are smooth sailing, or that things, you're headed in the right direction. There might be just a sense of hope here. So even if you're single, you know what I mean? This could be like a good energy towards love, like you're feeling optimistic. Now, of course, those of you that are in relationships, I think this shows that you and your partner can face success. You can have more success together. Again, this could be indicating that the partnership is running smoothly. We have Court and Virgo. So I do wonder if some of you might be dealing with something in regards to that, like maybe some sort of official legal documents or something like that as well. This could be, for some of you, paying off maybe a debt that went to collections. For some of you, okay, that's super specific, so I imagine it won't be for everyone. Because debts can actually be ruled by Virgo, and with Court here, it makes you think of like maybe a collective type, like a collection type of thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to pay off that thing before it goes to collections, or I'm going to fix that problem before it gets official, or whatever. Okay, so next 5 days we have great happiness. Beautiful. So we have a lot of happiness coming through. We have dissatisfaction with life as well with the cracked cup. Let's see. We've got Boots. Okay, we have August. That's weird. Where did I see August? There's something in relation to you guys, and it's like August was coming up for me, and I don't know why. So I don't know if there's something toward the future in August or something. I don't know what's up with that, but Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I definitely see the love life is popping a bit. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, you guys got the more of a love-based reading, huh? Okay, so we have. Ooh. Okay, so for some of you, this is kind of specific. Like you may actually be sharing some sort of dissatisfaction with your life, and you might find out that someone thinks really highly of you. It could be that you're ranting, to your partner, and your partner starts to compliment you and kind of show more of their affection towards you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, here's an example, like, I tell my partner, like, oh, I'm just so unhappy with my life, my skin is just, I feel ugly today, I'm not going to send you a picture. I told him the other day, I said, I took a picture and I just hate the way I look, so I'm not sending it to you. And he was like, oh no, you're beautiful, blah blah blah, your skin's actually been getting better and stuff, because I struggle with skin issues a lot. And it was like kind of like a sweet comment of his. I could see a lot of you getting that sort of thing. It's like maybe you're sharing some sort of dissatisfaction with somebody, and actually, you might hear something more. For others of you, though, I do think that there is a secret admirer around you, and you might be feeling it a little bit. You might be feeling it. You might be getting hints or those types of things in terms of that. Some of you might also be a secret admirer of somebody else, and maybe you're being a little bit more forward with them. You might actually find that connection is more improved over the next 5 days. So if you have a crush or you're admiring someone secretly, I would definitely say to talk to that person, because you might actually find that they're more prone to reciprocate, or you might have more good moments, more happy moments, like good conversations or things like that. So it's really good towards love, I think, here for, a love life or romantic life. This week, the next 5 days, I would say, I keep saying week. I don't know why. Sorry about that. I've said it for every group. I keep saying week, but I mean, it is a business week, 5 days. But anyway, but it doesn't mean that you have to start watching this on that. I just don't want to get anyone thrown off with that. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely good stuff there and again, I think compliments are going to be coming through that are going to make you feel a little bit more balanced about things. And I think there's almost like on the top of the world. So I think that something must be happening over the next 5 days that really sets you up to feel pretty inflated, like you feel pretty good in general. So it's like you're getting the attention from the person that you want or something like that, or something really nice is said to you, and it's just pumps you up a little bit. We have the boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals, along with the cracked cup, with dissatisfaction with life. So, oh goodness. So we have this sort of message coming through about making sure that your efforts are matching what you're wanting. So in areas where you feel a little bit dissatisfied in your life over the next 5 days, this is a time where you need to increase your efforts. You're being told by your spirit guides to increase. So it means doing a little bit more, pushing a little bit harder, not being kind of lazy towards your goals and such things like that, okay? So just watch out for if you're really wanting, to improve some part of your life as an example, and because you're dissatisfied with it, what can you do to increase your effort? If it's a new job that you're wanting, put out more applications, if it's, maybe also maybe it's about calling people back and checking in on that job applications as an example. For some of you, it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but it's about increasing your efforts because you will see results, okay? Happiness and well-being, very much a part of your next 5 days as well. So I want to say, with great happiness and this one, it seems like you're generally pretty happy, generally feeling pretty successful, generally feeling pretty good about yourself. Well-being here is interesting because of Virgo, and I talked about, the possibility of you being very focused on your health, your well-being in general. So I can definitely see that coming through for you guys over this next 5 days. Anything else that group 3 should know about their next 5 days? Loud card. I said loud card, then we get the Chariot. That's funny. That's funny. Because I can literally mean it. Chariot. Well, I definitely could see you moving on from stagnant situations, kind of moving forward through a new stage. I really do feel like something is ending and coming to completion, but it's good. It's positive. It's something you're working towards. as well. Just again, Four of Coins could be watch out on being, you know, more to yourself as an example in that area. This might also be a time where you're penny pinching a little bit, where you want to save money, where you want to hold back a little bit on your finances as well. With the Four of Coins, you could be saving a little bit more and preparing. There also is a protectiveness, and maybe around your health and stuff like that too, and your, you know, your well-being in general. I do feel like in some parts of you might be a little bit more introverted as a whole, you know. Stand up and stand proud. I think that there actually are moments, like some of you might question this next 5 days, like, should I post that picture on social media of me? Yes. Like, don't hide yourself away, okay? That's something I'm really feeling here. Like, make sure you're putting yourself out there and not, like, hiding yourself away. That's something that's coming through for me. Okay, and then one final card here. I want to get a card from the Green Witch Oracle. Next 5 days. Group number 3. Oh, we got one. Communication with the P. So we have number 2, Pisces energy. So, P's tell us that now is the time to move ahead with projects, plans, and ideas. There are new ways of thinking and approaching challenges, and even life, if you're willing to listen to what could be an alternate communication method with concepts you may have dismissed in the past. Sharing ideas, considering partnerships, gathering information, and stepping up enthusiasm are all indicated. Beware of haphazard actions and failing to follow through. Again, I think the only thing that I worry about here is the failure to follow through with the boot. That would be, I think, one of your bigger challenges over the next 5 days. A lot of times we can have amazing ideas, but following through on them is another thing. So, yeah, but I could definitely see you really taking some strides towards completing certain things in your life. And I do think that you're well admired. And I think that communication will be a big part of your next 5 days, because I really see this energy around a person. So again, maybe there's flirtations going on or something good in relationship, I think, for you guys over the next 5 days. If you feel like that isn't your message, remember, these are intuitively picked by you. So you want to, if you feel like you're getting into the wrong reading and you're like, this does not resonate, then you probably should, you know, rethink maybe your choice or something like that. Maybe try to cleanse your mind a little bit. I'm not saying cleanse like you need to go take a salt bath or anything like that, but more like kind of clear your mind and stuff like that. Make sure that you weren't just drawn to like an image necessarily because it was pretty, but more like you were intuitively guided. Sometimes that was always, I think, a difficult thing for me before. Sometimes when I would pick piles for myself, I would sometimes like be like, oh, that image is ugly. I'm not choosing that pile, and that was kind of like it can kind of be detrimental to picking. So just in case. But yeah, I want to say that you're very sharp-minded. Virgo, of course, like I think are like wonderful songwriters, writers in general. Like I think it's a really good energy for being a wonderful writer as well. So some of you might be more apt to journal or do things that involve Mercury. And communication, again, really shows up because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo. So beautiful. And you can have a very critical, good eye, actually. Very good taste and very good eye for success. Just make sure that you follow through. So that is what I'm seeing for the next 5 days. I really hope that this reading was helpful. If you want to leave a thanks, you can on the video now. So we can leave donations. Your comment gets highlighted. It's really cool. And so if you want to do that, you don't feel pressured. I'm just mentioning it because it's a new thing that I got turned on for my channel. And I got invited to do it. And so yay. Anyway, but if you want personal readings with me, that is all available on Etsy, whether you want an astrology reading or a tarot reading. I have relocation readings now. So if you want to know about a certain energy in a certain place, we have the astrological relocation readings. And and then we have as well emergency readings. I keep them kind of low in stock, but one question readings, if you really need an emergency, I have that now. I had a lot of requests for it. I'm in a place where I can actually kind of do that a little bit better than where I previously was. So yeah. Anyway, lots of love to you guys. Take care, and I wish you the very, very best. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So you chose group number 4, the next 5 days. What's going on? So we have the energy that you'll most likely find yourself in. This is what I was kind of intending with these two top cards. We have Pisces and the Two of Wands. So this is interesting. I feel like some of you might be trying to do a lot more spiritual communication. So you might be looking for a lot of signs. I noticed a Ouija board there. And so that might mean that you guys are like sort of trying to, I don't know, connect to the other side in some way, or you might have more communication from the other side. maybe not through a Ouija board, but through other means. Pisces and Two of Wands, though. There's some sort of spiritual guidance that's focused. And I don't know if it might be that for some of you, you guys are looking for spiritual signs and epiphanies. You might be looking for some sort of way forward. But Pisces energy is a little bit foggy at times. So I want to say that, well, you're very intuitively guided to make choices, and that's something that you should really be doing. Making choices off of your gut feeling. But at the same time, I feel sort of like an energy of uncertainty at the same time. So it might be that you have certain options over the next 5 days that feel like you're not sure which option to take. You know what I mean? It might be like, should I eat there or eat there? You know what I mean? Of course, 5 days isn't a very long time, so generally it tends to be very mundane. It's not going to be, but it's that kind of thing. It might be as simple as that. It might be, should I go with this car insurance or that car insurance? Should I do this or that? I could see choices being a part of your next 5 days. And maybe perhaps a little bit of fogginess around such choices, like what should I do type of thing, okay? So what else is coming through here? I could see dreams being also very prominent because Pisces is sort of related to that. So I could see sleep, solitude sometimes as well. It could be a little bit more favored here over the next 5 days. Let's see, next 5 days for those that chose. We've got the Good Gentleman. And we've got unexpected money. Ooh. So, we have some nice stuff coming through. We have a Good Gentleman coming into your life. So, perhaps there's a person that's going to be prominent in your life. Let's see. We'll find out more about that in a minute. We also have unexpected money, so this can talk about money coming through that you are not expecting. So for a lot of you, you're going to be receiving some sort of unexpected money, or maybe it's a gift or something financial as well. Group number 4, next 5 days, from the time that they watch this reading. We have great passion. Pay attention to your work, okay. And we've got Fox, shrewdness, and resourcefulness, especially in business. Angel shows up as well. Let me just switch these out. There we go. Go to the other side. Next 5 days. Oops, too many cards. Next 5 days. Okie dokie. If you're hesitating on any financial decisions over the next 5 days, please hesitate. Okay, some more. Don't rush to make any purchases, especially if you are watching this when I first post it. We're in Mercury retrograde energy, not a great time to always make big purchases. We're already in the shadow period as I'm recording, so even in the shadow period we should be cautious about that because our thought form might not also be so clear. I want to say too that Pisces and Gemini are energies that square each other. So one thing I could say is that for some of you, the ones that are watching, you might be more affected by a Mercury retrograde than others. And it could be this particular one's hitting you a little bit differently as well. So because it starts in Gemini, it goes into Taurus. Again, this is timeless, so don't worry about that information. I'm going to shut up about it because I don't want to throw anyone off later down the road. But yeah, I would say that like any sort of choices in terms of finances, be cautious a little bit there on making any big ones. Be shrewd, be resourceful, okay, with money and resources. Think twice. Don't let any sort of like emotions take you over. Then you, it's almost like, Venus in the 12th as an example. People who have that, they can like sometimes spend money and then be like, where did it go? Do you know what I mean? So just cautious with that. We have great passion. So I want to say you're dreamy and imaginative. You might be feeling very creative as well. I think of Wands as very creative energy. So is Pisces. So it could be that you're feeling very creative. A lot of this actually might be inspired from the divine in some way, or like from your spirit guides. There might be a lot of like inspiration coming through for you that's very spiritually advised, you know what I mean, or spiritually given to you. So we have the angel, spiritual guidance and protection from harm. Again, I feel like there's a lot of protection around you. You might feel that. You might have certain circumstances over the next 5 days where you feel that protection. You're like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't go that way. Or, oh my God, this all worked out. Like, it's almost like this is providence, This is divine. This is like protected. I feel protected kind of energy. So I think at least 1 or 2 occurrences over the next 5 days where you feel like, man, Spirit's got my back. That sort of thing. And yeah, so I see that passion. Of course, with a good gentleman, you might have certain passions. Okay, so for some of you, that's going to be the case if you have a relationship or a gentleman on your mind. This can be showing that there's a lot of passion in that relationship. That someone is well intentioned. That someone is kind. That someone is gentle towards you, and that there's passion there in that connection. That's not going to be for all of you, of course, because I'm sure that some of you are single. Some of you might actually, have a good gentleman in your life. In some way to create some sort of like good situation. So again, maybe someone helps you or does something kind to you. We have the desk. Pay attention to your work. Now, Pisces energy can be quite dreamy, quite distracted at times, so you might feel a little bit foggy. I think double check everything that you do over this next 5 days. Double check for typos and mistakes and stuff like that. I definitely get that. Pay attention to work. Try not to be too distracted. Or get lost in a game, or like on your phone is an example as well, because you guys could be more prone to be called out for that as well. Okay, with the fox, again, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. And the purse, I really do feel like that financial stuff. But we have triumph and persevere and you'll overcome problems. So know too that like any sort of problems that you have that arise over the next 5 days, they'll be solved. So know that if you come to any challenge over the next few days, that these things will be taken care of. Okay? And again, any financial concerns, I feel like there could be some sort of money coming through to calm those down. What's happening over the next 5 days? Number 4. 6 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and 7 of Coins. One thing I want to say is try not to get too caught up on the past, that you don't start building toward the future. To kind of take things slow this week. 6 of Cups could mean that a friend comes back or somebody's coming back into your life. You might hear from somebody that you haven't heard from in a while. So that could be a reconnection of some kind, like maybe in friendship or something like that, or maybe an old coworker or somebody. I want to say that this next 5 days seems quite routine, to be honest. I feel like generally you'll be in the groove. I think the only thing to watch out for is that distracted energy, not destructive. Sorry if it sounded like I said that. I don't know. It kind of came out of my mouth and I'm like, did I say that? Like, it sounded kind of weird. So, just clarifying. You might have to... I want to tell you that things might not move that quickly this week. It's not like... this next 5 days aren't full of, like, crazy actions. I think a lot of it will be mundane and routine for the most part. You might have to... persevere and you'll overcome problems. You might have to put a little muscle into it, for things that you want to get past. You might have to make certain decisions if you want to progress on something as well. So just make sure you're not in any stagnant energy, you know what I mean, where you're not working hard enough towards something, because that's the only downfall I could see here. But I want to say that friendship seems like good, or relationship. Again, I think someone will come back over the next 5 days from the time that you watch this. And again, it might just be someone you haven't spoken to in a while, and a reconnection there. But I want to say things are going pretty well for you guys. I don't see anything too negative. So let's get one Green Witch Oracle, and then we'll finish this reading up. So, group number 4. Oh, communication. I want one more. That kind of came out too fast. And wholeness. Okay, I guess we got 3 of them. Jeez. Okay. Watch what you ask for. Okay, the P and wholeness with black mulberry, and then victory, nasturtium. Oh my god, I always have a hard time saying that one. So the P's center around communication, and it says, P's tell us that now is the time to move ahead with projects, plans, and ideas. Again, I think projects, plans, and ideas might be something that you need to kind of work through over the next 5 days. You may not see like big results, but maybe something a little unexpected comes through. But like, I think that it is about kind of being diligent. There are new ways of thinking and approaching challenges, and even life, if you're willing to listen to what could be an alternate communication method with concepts you may have dismissed in the past. So this might be also about re-examining too, because the 7 of Coins could be about that re-examining energy of how you've been doing things and if it's working effectively. So that might be something that you're really doing too. Sharing ideas, considering partnerships, gathering information, and stepping up enthusiasm are all indicated. Be wary of haphazard actions and failing to follow through. Yep. So I think we saw that a little bit in the reading too. So it's kind of a confirmation. Wholeness, black mulberry. Everything should be coming together at present in projects and plans. The completion of something is indicated with black mulberries, and the energy of this fruit asks you to put your knowledge and skills to the test. Balance and stability are present. From this foundation, the possibilities are expanding. Setbacks, delays, and miscommunication are challenges to watch out for. Yeah, watch out for miscommunication at times. Again, I think because we do kind of have two cards that center around that communication, so make sure that you're just taking care to communicate effectively on your end, because that's the best that you can do. We also have that spiritual stuff, and we have 33 and 44. So again, I think a lot of synchronistic numbers are going to be coming through, a lot of signs and synchronicities coming through as well over this week. Or over the next 5 days, I guess you could say. And then we have that nasturtium. So nasturtiums indicate a firm message of triumph and success over challenges, as well as support being found. They inject the energies of strength and vigor into all that they come into contact with and illuminate ways to find resolution and gain self-confidence and self-reliance. Advancement is possible now, so get moving. Do not become obsessed with the need to impress others or lose your belief in your own unique abilities. Yeah, and I think this really just shows that things are going along pretty well over the next 5 days. Again, I think that there could be a passionate moment. I think that generally this just looks like a pretty decent week. I don't have any complaints here for you, or you guys. The next 5 days look to be pretty good. You know, you can always come back as well, and this is going to be timeless, so if you want to come back and watch, and you might be drawn to another pile in the future. But yeah, these are like timeless readings. So again, communication coming from someone. Maybe it's a gentleman that's coming through. For some of you, it's going to be passion with that gentleman. For others of you, it might be that good gentleman contacting you as an example from the past as well. I do feel like some sort of a little bit of a worry of indecision here. So again, make sure you're making good choices for yourself, that you're actually moving forward. That's like the only worry. But I think I do see triumph coming. I do see a lot of spiritual insights. Very beautiful 5 days ahead, guys. I wish you the very, very best. Take care. If you want to thank me for the video, you can do that by up on the top of the screen somewhere. You can do a thank you and leave a little donation if you like the video. You can comment, like, subscribe. All of those things are so helpful to me, just in helping my videos get out there. And I appreciate each and every one of you and your support. You know, you guys are amazing, and I don't know where I'd be without y'all. But take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.